The kings of Dumnonia were the rulers of the large Brythonic kingdom of Dumnonia in the southwest of Great Britain during the sub-Roman and early medieval periods. A list of Dumnonian kings is one of the hardest of the major Dark Age kingdoms to accurately compile, as it is confused by Arthurian legend, complicated by strong associations with the kings of Wales and Brittany, and obscured by the Saxon advance. Therefore, this list should be treated with caution. Dumnonian kings. The original Celtic chiefs of the Dumnoni ruled in the southwest until faced with the Roman arrival into the territory in c. AD 55, when the Romans established a legionary fortress at Isca Dumnoniorum. Although subjugated by c. AD 78, the Civitas Dumnoniorum was one of the regions of Roman Britain least affected by Roman influence. Known as Ciuisc, Exeter was inhabited by Dumnonian Britons up until c. 936, when King Athelstan expelled them. Several other royal residences may also have served the kings of Dumnonia at Cornwall, including Tintagel and Cadbury Castle. Mythical dukes of Cornwall are recorded by Geoffrey of Monmouth Caradoc. Donno, brother of Caradoc, presumed kings appearing in the ancestry of later monarchs Conan Meriadoc ap Geraint, Gadaeon ap Conan, Grimoire ap Gadaeon, Tutwal ap Grimoire, Conomor ap Tutwal, Constantine Cornu ap Conomar. Kings recorded in Welsh records and literature: Erbyn ap Constantine, Geraint Lingisic ab Erbyn, Cardo ap Gerin, Custenan ap Cardo, Gerin rac Dynau ap Custenan. Possible rulers given in the early 17th century Book of Baglan as ancestors of an Earl of Cornwall: Bledric ap Custenan, Clement ap Bledric, Petroc Baladbalt ap Clemen, Culman ap Petroc, Donyath ap Culman. Kings recorded in Anglo-Saxon sources: Geraint, Breton princes of Armoric and Dumnonia. From the life of St. Winick see also Dumnonia 510 to 520, Reuel 520 to 535, Daroc son of Reuel 535 to 540, Iona son of Daroc 540 to 545, Judwal son of Iona 540 to 555, Conomor, Great Hound or Sea Hound, Shark, Count of Por, first regent, then usurper, possibly Mark of Cornwall 555 to 580, Judwal re-established 580 to 605, Judale son of Judwal 605 to 610, Haylock Younger son of Judale 610 to 640, Judagale elder son of Judale abdicated 640 to 640, Judoc brother of Judicale renounced the throne 640 to 640, Winick son of Judicale renounced the throne. Native tradition. Susan Pearce views the only native 4th to 7th century Dumnonian rulers to be known to history as Constantine, Welsh Custenan Gornu mentioned in De Excidio Conquestu Britanniae, Erbyn, Geraint, Welsh Geraint fab Erbyn, Cadway. She identifies Constantine with the Constantine mentioned by Gildas, anchoring his reign to the 6th century, and giving later dates for the reigns of Erbyn, Geraint, and Cadway. Cornish kings. By the end of the 8th century, Dumnonia was much reduced in size by the advance of the West Saxons, and the remaining territory became a rump state in Cornwall. The generally accepted date for this transition is around 800. recorded in Old Welsh documents, saints' lives, and in local and Arthurian tradition. King Mark of Tristan fame probably ruled in the late 5th century. According to Cornish folklore, he held court at Tintagel. King Salomon, father of St. Cuby, probably ruled after Mark, not to be confused with Salomon, king of Brittany. Dungarth was recorded by the Annal Cambriae as having drowned in 876. The Annal refer to him as Rexurniu, king of Cornwall. In records open to interpretation, Rigatus is mentioned on a memorial stone. He may have ruled a more localized region, Huel of the West Welsh, about whom there has been controversy since the 19th century. He only appears in the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle entry for 927, accepting King Athelstan of Wessex as his overlord. West Wales was an old term for Dumnonia at Cornwall, but may also refer to present-day West Wales, then generally known as Deheubarth, where Hywel was king. The Book of Baglan and early 17th century pedigree of Vesey called Earl of Cornwall in the Book of Baglan may possibly represent a list of rulers in Cornwall. Ithel Idun ap Doniarth, Dyfnal Brythonal ap Ithel, Cordoli ap Dyfnal, Oswald ap Cordoli, Hernim ap Oswald, Hopkin ap Hernim, Mordov ap Hopkin, Fafardine ap Mordov, Doniarth, Aluid ap Fafardine, Alanoris ap Aluid. Others, according to William of Worcester, writing in the 15th century, Caddick, described as the last survivor of the Cornish royal line at the time of the Norman conquest in 1066, was appointed Earl of Cornwall by William I of England. In the Digestis Herewardii Saxonis written in the 12th century, it is recorded that Hereward the Wake took refuge in Cornwall in the 11th century at the court of the Cornish prince King Aleph. Cornish earls. If he is not to be identified with Hywel of Deheubarth, the singularly recorded Huel could have been the last native king. Some of the later supposed rulers listed below are given the title Earl of Cornwall, although in 2 cases may have been recognized as rebel kings. Conan, Rolop ap Alanoris, Vortigern Helion ap Rolop as Duke of Cornwall and Wessex, Vethyn ap Vortigern as Duke of Cornwall and Wessex, Elyurd ap Vethyn as Duke of Cornwall and Wessex, Godwin ap Elyurd as Duke of Cornwall and Wessex, possibly Godwin, Earl of Wessex, Herbert Fitzgodwin, Caddick of Cornwall, Robert Comte de Mortain, William Fitzrobert, Caddick. Cadoc's daughter Avis is said to have married William Fitzrobert de Mortain, and the title of Earl of Cornwall passed to the Normans and never returned to the native royal family.